Hello everybody, welcome to SRL Tier 2 round number 6 of the championship here at France. Let me set up everything so we're ready to go. And then I will run you through the standings. So let's see. Last week's race winner for Rico Toxic in the Mercedes. Winning his second race, the first driver in this tier to win 2 races. Gatsby finished second in Singapore with Norgay in P3. And let's see the standings in the championship now. So we have Rico Toxic leading the championship with 109 points, followed by his teammate Norgay with 100 points. Then we have Hooders in P3 in the Alpha Tauri with 81, and Gatsby with the same amount of points in the Haas with 81 as well. So then we have a little gap to Irma with 53, and then Sharif followed with 52, Bob Sada with 52, Stubbly on 51, Quina on 48, and Fingerhook in 10th with 44 points. In the constructors, Mercedes at the point is dominating, 209 points, followed by Haas with 134, and then we have Alpha Tauri with 112. So we have a dry qualifying. It looks like a lot of some people are going out on the mediums and some are going on the softs. Let's see who is the first driver to cross the line. It will be Rocky, so let's jump on board with him. Hopefully we are in for another exciting race here in Tier 2. 15 drivers on the grid today. So let's see. So let's see, Rocky is the first one to go, so let's jump on board with him. See if he can set a very good banker for everyone else. Coming towards the first sector split, sets a 22.3. Don't know yet if that is good or bad at the point. Let's see quickly what Hammers UK sets. He says a 22.3 as well, so they are similar at this point. Let's see, Rocky now in the third sector. A little bit of traffic, a little bit of a distraction maybe, but he comes out of the final corner, DRS wide open, up to the line. Rocky the first one to set a time, and it will be a 1:30.1. That is the first time on the board. MSUK now out of the final corner. Will he beat that? He goes for a 1:30.1 as well. So only marginally slower. Gatsby dives into the pits. Irma started his lap. So let's see who is on a lap at the moment. Quina is purple in the first sector. Opening the DRS last week. He had to miss it unfortunately, so he will be hoping for a good result today. There's a 15 flat, also purple in the second sector. Quina is fast. As you see on the left hand side, the mediums are a lot slower than the softs in qualifying. Norgay almost a second slower, and the rest is a second slower than Rocky, so the softs are the tires to be on in qualifying. Quina now into the final corner. Opening the DRS and up to the line. Can he challenge for provisional pole? Quina sets a 130 flat, so yes, he can. Beats Rocky and moves up to P1. So he will be happy with his first run up into P1. Meanwhile, the Mercedes boys are both on the mediums, but they are a little bit off the pace, of course, on the medium. So let's see, Irma goes into P4 now. So I think he invalidated his first run, so 2 laps on these tires and he sets himself in P4. And I think no one else is on a lap, but we'll check quickly. Maybe Sportmat looked like he is saving, so he is not on a lap. Joe Stewart is coming to the line, so let's see what he can do. Already did a lap on those mediums, but it was an aborted lap. So let's see, on this lap Joe Stewart sets a 131.1, moves himself up to P7, and I think that is just the pace for the mediums at the moment. Those tires are not the tire to be on in qualifying. So let's see, Hooter's starting his lap now, his first lap. Let's jump on board with him. At the moment, 3rd in the championship. It's a 22.4 split in the first sector. That's a little bit slower than Quina. Can he find some time in the rest of the lap? Opening the DRS, and he gets a nice little toe from his teammate. That will help for sure. Can he nail the chicane now and make good on that slipstream? Looks like he did it pretty okay. Gets a 50.1, and it's a purple second sector, so the slipstream definitely worked. Now he just has to nail the final sector. Can he do so? Nice short shifting there. Goes into the last sequence of corners. It's a little bit wide, but gets the good rotation into the final corner. Does he get a good drive? Looks like he did. DRS wide open. Up to the line, and it's a 130.2, moves himself up to P4, 2/10 off the professional pole. So he's definitely in the mix. Let's see, Gatsby now coming on his first timed lap. He did the rain dance before and it did not seem to work yet, but he sets a 130.5, moves himself just in front of his teammate. So the Haas drivers, similar pace. Let's see, Razi is now on a lap. Purple in this first sector, but I don't think that is right. He now gets the slipstream from his teammate, so the Alpha Tauris are working together very well today. Can he make the best of the slipstream? Looks like he did the chicane pretty well. What will his sector split time will be? 15 flat. So he is going very quick into the final sector. Can he nail it? Let's see if he can. A little bit of a moment there. Didn't look like it cost him much time, but the gaps are pretty close, so let's see if it's good enough. if it is good enough. Out of the final corner now, DRS wide open, up to the line. Razi for his first lap sets a 1:30.5, moves him up to P5, just behind his teammate. So the teammates are close to each other at the moment. They come in pairs. Let's see if anyone is on a lap. Sportmet is very much quicker, but he has unfortunately invalidated, so he will not be setting a time just yet. Irma is on a lap, so let's hop on board with him. Let's see what he can do on his second run. Of course, Haas in the constructors battle with Mercedes, so they won a good fight. 22.3. It's almost 2/10 quicker than his previous best, so he is going very quick. Now on the back straight, DRS wide open. It's very close to the lines, but it is valid, so he continues on. Sector 2 split will be a 49.9, so he is almost 3/10 up. He is going very quick. He needs a good last sector, and he could very well be challenging for the provisional pole position here. Let's see if he can nail the final sector. Out of the final corner. DRS wide open. Irma up to the line. He will set a 1:29.8, and he is the first one to dip into the 29s and takes provisional pole by 2.5 tenths. So the new man to beat is Irma. So let's see who is the first one to try and beat him. TJ Stewart has unfortunately invalidated. For Rico Toxic, the championship leader, 4/10 up on his time on the mediums. So let's stay with him. Needs a good lap now. So if he wants to have his title aspirations continue. Going over the curbs there. Up to the sector 2 split. It's a 49.9 as well. Almost 6/10 up on his previous best. So he is going very quick. Let's see what he can do. Into the final sector. Only the last corner. Gets good rotation. And DRS wide open. Can he challenge for the provisional pole position? For Rico Toxic up to the line. 29.8. Only by the smallest of gaps he takes P2. So Irma stays on provisional pole for now. Let's see who is next. Kuina is on the outlap, so who do we got? TJ Stewart has invalidated again. Hooders has invalidated as well. Rocky is on a lap, so let's see what he can do. P4 at the moment. And he is down on his previous best. And then he backs off, so he abandons his lap. Not happy with it. Let's see Gatsby into the final sector. I missed the sector 2 split, so we'll just have to wait and see what it's gonna be. Gatsby out of the final corner. His teammate is on provisional pole. Gatsby, what can you do? He sets a 1:30.3, 2/10 quicker than himself, and splits the Alpha Tauris in P7. So it is an improvement from him. Maybe not the improvement that he wanted, but it is an improvement nonetheless. Let's see who is next. Quina is approaching the final sector. He's almost 2.5 tenths up on his previous best in the sector 2. It's a little bit wide at the final corner. Will cost him time, but did it cost him too much time? He comes to the line, sets a 29.8. It did cost him too much time. He moves into P3 and it's very close at the top. Not even a tenth splits the top 3 at the moment, so very good to see that they are very competitive. Sharif is gonna try and set a good time on the mediums. With only 2 minutes left, you have to say that that was the last run for Quina, so... Or he has to put another one in, but... People that are now gonna finish these laps will be their last, so... Let's see, Sharif on the mediums. Wants to start on those and sets a 1:31.6. Only good enough for 12th. So let's see who is on a lap as rough. Rocky is starting a lap. Has done 3 laps on those softs. Sharif retired on the track. I see his car still driving, so that is a retirement on track. Hopefully no one has any difficulties with it, luckily not. Let's see what Rocky can do. He is marginally improving. It is a purple sector 1. Quina is going in, so Quina's qualifying is over. So let's see what Rocky can do. He is a little bit up on his previous best. Not by much, but he is improving. But the battery is running very low. "20 seconds until the flag drops, so Rico has to hurry up a bit, because he is not really close to the flag yet, so I doubt he is not gonna make it. He did not time it right at all, and he will not be putting in another lap. But here is Rocky coming to the line. The flag has dropped now. Irma also didn't make it, so Rocky improves, but not enough. He stays P4. So let's see who is next. Hamish UK dives into the pits, no improvement from him. TJ Stewart is up next. Currently in P10, but that was a time on the medium, so he will be looking for a big improvement on the softs. Goes wide at the final turn. Goes a little bit wide, does not invalidate, so still has a chance to improve. TJ Stewart, what can he do? A 1:30.7. Good enough for P9. Hoeders now to the line. 1:30.1. Moves himself up to P5. Razi coming to the line now. His teammate just moved up to P5. What can Razi do? Comes to the line and it's a 1:30.2. Improves also, but no position improvement. So, and I think that is it for qualifying. So Irma takes pole position, followed by Farico and followed by Quina. It's very close at the top. So, these are the standings after qualifying. Irma takes pole position. Farico followed closely. Quina followed as well, all within 1/10. Then we have Rocky in the McLaren, Hoeders, Hammers UK, Razi, Gatsby and Tijo Stewart. And then we have Norgate, number 2 in the championship, opting for the mediums. So, split strategy for the Mercedes. Norgate from P10. Rishi, the championship leader from tier 3, is in P11 on the medium. Sharif P12, Sportmed P13, Neuropirate and Riyadh did not set times. So we will have got the intel that it will be a dry race. So that will be exciting. And if we have to believe qualifying, it will be very close between the top 3. So let's see you guys' predictions in the chat for who will finish in the top 3 positions here at France. As we wait for the cars to line up for the formation lap. So let's see. Everybody in the top 9 is opting for the softs. Well, not opting, but of course they have to do that. So Norgate qualified on 10th on the mediums, and everybody outside of the top 10 will be starting on mediums as well. In for a exciting race, hopefully. So let's see, as we wait for Riyadh to line up on the grid. And then we will starting 27 laps around France in round 6 of the championship here in Tour 2 of SRL. Let's see. 5 red lights and away we go. And Irma is having a good start, stays ahead of Rico Toxic. Into turn 1, he looks like he is clear. Moves over and Rico taps him a little bit in the back. It looks like we have no issues at the back. Everybody comes through the first corners good. Rico Toxic right behind Irma. Will he be challenging right away at the first opportunity? Can he stay close? Let's jump on board with Furico. Will he try? Irma is breaking the slipstream. Furico is using the ERS a little bit. No moves are made just yet. Let's see who the biggest winners are at the start. Tejo Stewart moving up 2 positions. Sharif moving up 2 as well. Sportmed winning 1. No, Pi winning 1. Rishi losing 3. Quina is having a little look on Furico, but backs off. Top 3 already 7/10 clear of Rocky, so the top 3 is having very good pace. We can cover them in a blanket now. Looking very quick. We have a yellow in sector 3. Rocky has lost it, so ooh, unlucky for him. He lost it on the exit, I think. He is at the back now. And that means there's also already a 1 second gap between the top 3 and the rest of the field. It's very close, no big incidents yet. That's good to see. As we head into lap 2. Furico, very close. Darts to the inside, is having a little look on Irma. He is quicker at the moment, it looks like. Lining up maybe for a pass this lap. Is he getting a good run? A little bit wide there, but tucking into the slipstream, and he is using his battery. Irma is not, so he is content with it. Oh, and we have a yellow and we have a DNF. Stewart is out of this race. Lost it on the exit for the straight. So we have our first retirement, unfortunately, in lap 2. Irma now trying to re-challenge Furico. Tries to hang it around the outside. Close battle between these two. Irma is losing for the switchback, and is he gonna pull it off? Side by side the two go. Furico stays ahead for now. But Irma is looking for a switchback again. But he cannot make anything of it. So Furico is now leading. So a good move from them, good racing from the two. Keeping each other alive, but battling very well. Let's see, Irma, is he having a good run? He is just tucking in behind. Furico is the fastest lap. Razi now takes that away, so Razi is having some pace there in P6. DRS now enabled, so let's see if we're gonna see some action. MSUK also very close to Hooters. Staying behind for now. Everybody in the DRS up to P10. So let's see, can Irma re-challenge immediately with the help of the DRS? He gets an okay exit. Furico is trying to break the slipstream, but he is gaining and he is gaining. Furico stays defensive. Is he trying to keep his nose in? He is, but he's getting squeezed off a little bit. Irma takes the lead back, but Furico is trying to re-challenge. Irma goes defensive, Furico goes for the inside. No, he lifts, he is staying behind. He is okay with this for now. As Ramesh UK goes up the inside of Hooters. So he takes P4. Ramesh UK is showing good pace. I believe he won the race in tier 3, so, and now he is up there in tier 2, so that is very good to see. Showing some great pace there. So we hop back on board with the leaders. Only 4 tenths separate them, but it is very close. Up down to P9. So let's see. As Furico goes for the move again. Let's see, Sharif and Norgay can stick bet the softs now on the medium, so that's good to see for them. Let's see, Furico now takes the lead again, so these guys are swapping positions. Razi and Gatsby are having a battle, side by side. Razi on the inside now, Gatsby. They are, ooh, and a little bit of contact, and Razi spins around. He will not be happy with that. They did not keep each other alive. Irma, meanwhile, is going back for the lead. Hammers UK is having a little look at Quina, but he decides to back out of it. And the top 4 stays how it is. Riyadh now taking some positions with these 2 positions there. Sportmet taking back P11 from Neuropirate. We're having a little battle for P10 as well. It's hard to keep eye on everything because there's happening a lot. Let's see. Very close. Shuke now within 2/10 of Quina. Look at that top 5. Very close to each other. Gatsby unfortunately lost the DRS with the battle with Razi, so he has to do some work and he decides to box. So he is the first to blink from the top runners. He is going off those softs. Softs are not good around France. There are a couple laps, they are rapid, but the drop-off is insane. So Quina goes a little bit wide, but keeps it, I think, within the limits. Very close battle here for the top 5. Let's see what the next DRS straight is gonna do for them. Let's hop on board with Furico. Quina goes wide at there, so he will have a very bad run, and Hammershuke is already alongside, and Quina is not fighting it at all. He is relinquishing that position. Meanwhile, Furico Toxic goes back past Irma. And does he have a good exit, or can Irma re-challenge immediately? Looks like he got that position done for now. So a great battle here between the top 5. But Irma is looking on the inside again. Good racing here from the 2 leaders. They are battling for all the 5 laps now, and still no contact has been made, so you love to see it. Rico Toxic stays ahead for now. Will any one of the top 5 decide to box? It doesn't look like it. No, they are all continuing. We have a yellow in sector 3, that's Norgay, who spun it on the curb. That is a dangerous curb. So Norgay not having the best of times. And here goes Irma right back past for Rico Toxic. Hammershuke is also having a look, but he can only stay very close. No move from him there. Look at this top 5. Very good racing. Bad exit there from Quina. He is struggling with that corner. That corner is not his friend at all. Sportmet is the first on the penalty board. Gets 3 seconds. Tough track, of course, to not get penalties, but Furico is going on the inside and there's contact! And Irma is round! And it's hard to say, but I will not say anything, it's for the stewards, but unfortunate for Irma. Furico now takes the lead. Quina is already on the penalty board as well. So now the battle is a top 4 battle. So let's see how it continues now. Is anyone boxing now? Quina is going in. So he is the first to blink of the top 4. The rest is continuing. So let's see where Gatsby is gonna come out, because Gatsby pitted 2 laps earlier than the rest. And how big of an undercut will he have? Let's see. As Irma also decided to pit. Done with these tires after that incident, so understandable. Let's see. Gatsby comes now out of the last corner. And where is Quina? Quina comes out of the pit lane now. Gatsby. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close, but Quina is ahead still. So the undercut did not work. But he is back in the DRS, so it worked in a way. Now he is on 2 lap older mediums, of course. As Furico Toxic now gets passed by Hammershuke. So Hammershuke is now leading in tier 2. He is having a great weekend so far. Sharif is going past Rishi. What can Rishi challenge? He has a great exit compared to Sharif. And he is passing him back again. So great move from Rishi there. Getting the switch back. And he moves himself back in P4. So a great battle here also for the alternative strategy runners. I don't know what they are gonna do, of course, but it looks good for them for now. Let's head back to the top 3. Are they gonna pit? Rico Toxic decides to pit, Hamish UK follows him, and Hooters follows him as well. So they are all 3 going into the pits. So now Rishi takes the lead of the race. So all the medium runners will pass them now. Let's see where Quina is. And is Quina gonna undercut the top 3? He was close, so I think he will do enough, but I don't know for sure. Here comes Rico Toxic out of the pit lane now, and Quina is already there. He is passed. And Gatsby is passed as well, so the top 3 is undercut massively by Quina and Gatsby. They are taking the lead of this race. Or well, the net lead, of course. They are ahead now of Rico Toxic and Hamish UK, and Rico Toxic is almost out of the DRS. So Gatsby and Quina are having good pace. Quina is he gonna break the DRS here? I think he has. Maybe. Let's see if the back of Gatsby opens. He does not, so Quina has broken the DRS. So good pace Quina is showing here. Let's head back to the leaders now. Sharif still very close to Rishi, and Riyadh is also very close. We know from Riyadh that he likes to go long on those tires. So let's see how it works out for him. Very close, these 3 as well. Sharif is having a little look there, goes up the inside, side by side, and he moves past. Can Rishi get another switchback? I don't think he will this time. So Sharif takes the lead for the race. Gatsby sets the fastest lap. Used a lot of ERS on that lap, I think, because he has closed the gap from 1 second all the way down to only 3/10. He is very close. He's going side by side. Quina, I think Quina made a mistake because he is losing. Going side by side now. Let's see, Rico is also trying to get into this battle. A little bit of wheel banging there. We're now losing 2 positions in only a sector. Hamish UK has lost it. He is spun around. Unfortunate for him. Quina now. Rico Toxic on the inside. That is a warning. And also a very poor exit, so Quina is not getting past again. For Rico now, looking at Gatsby. Will he get the run? Gatsby is leaving room. Rico is not taking the room, but he is taking the room here. Looking for the inside. But he cannot make anything of it. So he stays behind for now. Great battle again from these guys. Not a lot of contact apart from Rico and Irma, of course. So let's see this time around. Will Rico go for the move? He is not using ERS, but the DRS is enough. He goes flying past. Irma sets the fastest lap, and Irma is trying to get back in the DRS of this train. So thankfully he is recovering fairly well after his spin. And oh, Quina lost it. Threw it away on that curb. Unfortunate for him. Let's head back. Riyadh now taking the lead of the race. Let's see how his pace is now. Low on the battery. But they are all low on the battery, so no real advantages there. So, Riyadh leads into lap 11. He followed Rishi close behind as well. Had a little look there into turn 1, but did not go for it. It's very close. It was also very close is Hooters on the back of Gatsby, who has dropped out of the DRS of Rico Toxic, and Hooters is going for the move immediately. Is not waiting around. Gatsby having a little moment there, and he keeps it alive. Thankfully for him, but he will be at the back of the train. And now Irma, after that spin, is completely back into the fight. So that is great to see for him. Sharif now losing a position to Rishi, I think. Yeah, he is conceding that position. So Rishi is now up to P2. Our Pirate close behind Sportmat as well in the battle of P4. Then we have Norgay. As we have Hooters now losing a position to Irma. So Irma is on a mission. He is trying to get back at Furico Toxic's DRS because the gap is now 2 seconds, so he has to close up. They have to work together to get back into his DRS. Let's see where the battles are. Neuropirate within 5/10 of Sportmat. We also have Sharif very close to Rishi, who has lost the DRS. So they battled a little bit too much. Norgay is the first of the alternative strat runners to blink. He is going in. Let's see what tires he goes for. He will be going for hard, so he will not be making another stop. He will be going to the end. Hammers UK, after his spin, also decided to go for hards. So certainly someone to maybe look out for, because he will be going to the end. Norgay will definitely go to the end if there are no safety cars, of course. So let's see how he goes. He is behind Rocky, not in the DRS, but he is not far behind, so looking good for him. Rocky now picks up in 3 seconds as well. Sharif closing up to Rishi, but he cannot make anything of it. Neuropirate also close to Sportman, who is... his red light is flashing, so he is out of the ERS. Hooters now closing in on Irma, not close enough. We get a little bit of a bad exit, but Hooters is not close enough. Razi side by side with Rocky now, having a good battle. A little bit of contact, keep each other alive, guys. Quinn right in front of that battle. Razi has kept his position for now. Rishi also pits, Sharif pits as well. So Riyadh, of course Riyadh will continue, because Riyadh always continues. The man of the tires. So let's see, Rishi goes for hards as well. And Sharif decides to do that as well. So those guys are going to end. Certainly people to look out for at the end. Because, ooh, Rocky almost loses it, saves it. Now is using his ERS. He wants to get past here. And will he get past? He will. Razi though has a little look on the switchback, and can he pull it off? No, not yet. Sharif comes out right beside Quina, but Quina takes that position. He stays in front of the hard runner, just behind Rishi. So let's see. Pirate still close to Sportmat, but still cannot make any moves. Hooters still in the DRS, Gatsby as well, so very close. Sharif is looking for a move on Quina, and he is going for the move. Side by side now, but Quina is keeping his car in front. Good defending from Quina. Look at that train that is following, and now Rocky spins! Just got that there. I think he lost it on the curb, but I'm not quite sure. As Sharif is now going on the inside, can't make anything of it, picks a penalty up for his troubles. And Irma as well gets a penalty. Now Neuropirate goes into the pits. He has enough of those medium tires, and he will try an undercut on Sportmat. Norgay now past Razi on those fresh hards. Europire, where does he come out? He comes out just behind Sharif? No, just behind Norgay, side by side with Razi. Can he keep his car in? No, he doesn't. And he moves to P12, so... But he is very much in the train, so... Good for him. Hoeders now 7/10 behind Irma. Won't be close enough, I think, so... He's just using Irma to gap Gatsby, who has lost the DRS and is now in a world of his own. Sharif again close to Quina, and this time he gets the move done before the braking zone. Moves himself up to P8. And now he's gonna try and close into Rishi. Europirate very close as well to Razi. Norgay also very close, and Quina also very close to Sharif. So a good battle here for P8. Quina on those 7 laps mediums, trying to recover from that spin. It'll be interesting to see what the guys will do on strategy. I don't know if these mediums will be going to the end. Looks like the hards have a lot more grip there. Quina is losing out on positions. Goes into the slipstream, but he loses another position. So P9 is now for Norgay. Meanwhile, Farico is building his gap to Irma. Irma cannot keep up with the pace. And Hoeders is very close this time. Can he make a move into... No, cannot. He is waiting. Staying behind for now. Norgay also cannot make a move on Sharif. Gets a little bit wide there. Doesn't have the greatest of exit. And Quina capitalize. Don't think he is looking to capitalize. He will just stay behind. Hoeders very close to Irma. And Gatsby pits, so Gatsby is committing to the 2-stop. Gatsby the first to blink. He of course went a little bit more earlier than the rest on the first stop, so he is going earlier now as well. Razi also decides to go in. What tire is Gatsby going for? Gatsby is going for fresh medium, so Razi is, I think, going for mediums as well then. Yes, Rocky as well. So those guys are on the fresh mediums, but they have a big gap, a very big gap to the likes of Norgay, who are not stopping again, so they have to close in almost 12 seconds. That is a lot. Razi even 23. It does get a little bit darker now out. I don't know. There might be some rain coming, but I don't think so. As Norgay gets again very close to the back of Sharif. Let's look at the penalty situation. So Sportmet is having 3 seconds, Irma also 3 seconds, Rishi, Sharif as well, Quina and Rocky has 8. Sportmet now picks up another 5 for speeding in the pit lane, so an unfortunate penalty for him. Riyadh still continuing on those mediums, taking them 16 laps where the rest is only taking them 10, so once again showing how great he is on those tires. Rishi now picks up a penalty. Sportmet going for softs, so he will be rapid at the end. But how long will those tires last? That is the question, and how far will he drop back? He's already exiting the pit lane, so he's not that far back. He is right behind the train, actually. And the softs are a lot quicker, but it is getting really dark out. I don't know if there is any rain expected. Quina picks up another 3 seconds. Rocky also another 3 seconds. I don't know, maybe that is why Riyadh is staying out that long, because maybe there will be some rain. Let's see. Irma meanwhile has broken the DRS of Hooters, so... And he is closing in slowly to Farico Toxic. He might be struggling on the tires. Norgay very close again to the back of Sharif. And there goes Quina. Oh, there goes Quina. Just caught that. Don't know what happened. Went for a very cool slide, but not one he would like to have. He has to be careful on those hot tires now. Format already got past Neuro Pirate. It's only 3 seconds behind Norgay now. Let's see. The leaders are continuing. Riyadh still, of course, continuing. Driving like a man possessed again. He is not pitting. 17 laps he is on those mediums. Great to see. As Quina goes into the pit now. Very unfortunate race. He decides to retire. He is done with it. He is done with himself, probably. Pissed off. Understandable. Let's head back to this battle. Norgay very close to Sharif for the last couple laps, but can't make any moves. Razi sets the fastest lap, so he is the quickest man on track now. But looking at the gaps, they are not closing in quick enough to the back of the hard runners. So now they are side by side, Norgay and Sharif, though, giving each other nice racing room, good racing between the two. Norgay tucking into the slipstream, coming out again, and tries to go to the outside. Sharif moves off track. And Norgay finally gets the move done. Riyadh decides to pit finally. So that will mean... Oh, Farico Toxic pits as well. Oh wow, that means Riyadh is in the lead, I think. No, Irma is continuing. Hooters is continuing as well. Farico Toxic and Riyadh both going on to softs. But yeah, we've seen Riyadh take those tires 17 laps, so I don't know. That means Irma could, I think, go to the end from here. He will not be quick, but he could do it if he wants to. Hooters as well. It might be their only chance to get the win here. Riyadh, meanwhile, gets right into the mix, right behind the Hearts, and Sportmat as well is right there, but he is 2 laps older softs. And that will probably affect him massively at the end. Riyadh is using the battery. Sharif is not using it, so it will be an easy move for Riyadh. That's first move of 4 more to go. Takes P1. But for now he is only P5. So let's see how quickly he can go through the field. Stay on board for a while here. Norgay is having a little look at Rishi maybe. Yes, he goes for it. Oh, Rishi losing 2 positions there. Riyadh making use of those fresh softs. And it's only a matter of time now before he passes Norgay and he can go on to try and storm away. Irma does react and goes in as well. I think I would have stayed out, but I am not driving, of course. So Hooters is staying out, so he might be thinking the same. Riyadh now on start finish takes an easy pass to Norgay, and he now moves up to P2 on very fresh softs, and he has only 1 man in front of him. 7 seconds is the gap, and let's see how quick that closes down, because I think it will not take long for him to close it up, but of course the rest of the field will not be that quick, so well, let's see. Norgay will have DRS this time, so that's good for him. 1 more lap DRS. Sportmat side by side with Sharif, trying to go for the outside. He gets no room, but he was still there. Makes a bit of contact with Sharif and then gets past. Didn't get any room there. So he moves up to P5. Yellow in sector 2 and it's Hammershoe Case out of the race. And will that cause a late safety car? Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like it. And Hoeders is continuing. So Hoeders, I think Hoeders is going to the end. So I think that is the best thing he can do if he wants to have a chance to win this race. Riyadh is closing in quickly though. He sets the fastest lap of the race at 132.4. And he is flying. Rico Toxic now 132.0. So he is flying as well. But unfortunately for him, he is only down in P8. So he has a lot of traffic to go through yet. And Riyadh is just in clean air, trying to get to Hoeders. So let's see, Rishi is close to Norgay. Can Rishi do anything? He is within, almost within 5/10, and I think if he wants to, it could be enough. Norgay is flashing, he is closing, he's not using battery. Taking a little look there. Is he diving? No, he is showing himself, but Norgay is not falling for it. Norgay, composed as always, takes just the racing line and keeps P3 for now. So a lot of penalties from P2 to P6, so let's see again how much that is. Wow, Rishi is having a little look, but doesn't go for it. So let's see. 3 seconds for the number 2 and number 3. Razi now picks up another. He has 3. Oh, that was his first actually, sorry. Rishi is on 6. Sportman is on 8. Sharif is on 3 as well. Hoeders no penalties. So Hoeders is in a very good position to just win this race, in my opinion. Because Riyadh is closing in with a second per lap, but second is not enough. You will just be in the DRS at the end, and the tires are gonna fall off. So well, we'll see. Irma sets the fastest lap now, 131.9. He's in P9. As Neuropirate is still hanging. No, not still. He is just passed by Furico. My bad. So let's stick with this battle now for the P3 on track. But something weird has to happen for Norgay to lose the P3 to not Rishi. So let's see, Sportman is using the battery. Rishi is looking again. Still too far away. Riyadh is only 3.5 seconds now behind Hoeders, so he is closing in, but he also has to overtake him and then build a 3-second gap if he wants to win here today. And I think that is a little bit too much to ask for, but we will see. So let's see. Rico Toxic is trying to get into the DRS of Sharif. And Rishi is going for the move on Norgay. And he pulls it off. Sportmat picks up another 3 seconds. That's 11 now. And he will down. We'll be dropping down to 10th, I think. He will be dropping all the way down. Unfortunate. Sportmat very quick, but gets a lot of penalties every week, so certainly something to work on for him. Try and keep it within the white lines. Norgay, he re-challenge immediately. He is closing. He is having a little look, but he lifted. So, but Rishi does fall for it and leaves room on the apex. Gets a bad exit as well, and Norgay is now alongside almost. Rishi not using battery, Norgay not using battery, so it's a drag race, but Sportmat makes it 3 wide! And Sportmet backs off in the end, but he certainly came out of nowhere. I did not see him coming. But he is certainly showing some race pace. And he certainly wants to get past. Furico Toxic now in the DRS of this train. And looking at the penalties, Furico Toxic will just pick up the second place. So he doesn't really have to pass everybody. Riyad meanwhile, excuse me, he will back up the third place, not third, because Riyad is further away. Riyad is almost in the DRS now. So we will be having a battle on track for at least the honor of the P1 on track. And if Hooters picks up a penalty, it will be, of course, for the position as well. So let's see. He's not in the DRS just yet. Norgay again very close to Rishi, and I think it will be an easy move. DRS wide open. Here they come. Norgay moves up to the inside, gets past before the braking zone, and it's an easy pass for him back into P3. Furico Toxic now getting past Sharif. Pushes him a little bit wide, but I don't think too much. Ooh, a little bit of a moment for Sportman, and Furico capitalizes on it immediately. Moves himself into P5. Very good move from Furico. Very aware of what was happening there. Sportman though, very close. Can he re-challenge? Doesn't look like it. So let's see, Riyad is now in the DRS. He will be looking to make that move as quick as possible, so he can maybe even have a chance to build that 3-second gap. Rishi goes wide. He's taking a very cautious way back on the track. Great to see from him. Very good racecraft. Rico now into P4, and I think his teammate will just let him go because Riyad takes the lead here. But Hooters doesn't have to take any risk. He just has to stay close to him. Rico does get the move past his teammate, and I think those are some team orders there. Those softs I think will be falling off 6 laps. Ooh, and they are side by side, Norgay and Rishi. Rishi backs off. Oh, a little bit of a moment there for Rishi. He loses the position to Sportmet and is now behind Sportmet, so unfortunate. Great battles we are having here today. Let's see, can Hooters stay as we into the penultimate lap of this race? Hooters still in the DRS, so no problems for him just yet. Just has to stay close. He cannot lose 2 seconds in the last lap and this one, and he will just be the winner, so he has to stay calm. Meanwhile, Norgay is still very close to his teammate. Rico goes wide. Sportmet and Rishi are battling, and that cost them the DRS, so the Mercs are done. They are out of the problems from behind. It's just a battle between the two Mercs, and will they be fighting is the question. I highly doubt it, but it would be fun if they did. Sharif trying to have a look at Sportmet on those 9 old softs. Those softs are not worth much anymore. And it shows, and it's 3 wide again. Irma goes for the outside. And Irma goes a little bit wide, but of course they are racing, so that is understandable. And it might be Riyadh for the win, but he has to make a gap still. He has to get... could be one more lap to go. Will Hooters stay on? Let's stay on board because the final lap is going. Hooters goes wide, and one will be a warning. We have a yellow in sector 3. That is Rocky, who is spun around. Sportman picks up another penalty. So let's see. The gap is 1.7. The stops of Riyadh are falling off, but Hooters is on 19 lap old medium, so those tires are done as well. 2 seconds is the gap now, and Hooters has to give everything. But Riyadh, of course, is doing the same. The battery is empty for both of them, and Riyadh has disconnected. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is so unfortunate. Oh no. What is happening? Is he out of fuel? No, he... I don't understand what is happening, but... looks like he is... I don't know, the ghost is doing very weird. Well, that means Hooters is taking this win. Yeah, is it low fuel mode? Okay, that explains. Is he ghosted because of it? Oh, that explains. Let's hop on board with race winner. Hooters already weaving. He knows he has done enough. And he looks happy. He takes round 6 here at France. P1 for the Alpha Tauri team. Back on the top step. And Rico Toxic takes P2. Norgay takes P3. Irma recovers with the penalties to P4. But it is P5 now because Neuro Pirate takes it. So P5 for Irma, P6 for Sharif. So a good showing from the Aston Martin boys today. Gatsby in P7, 8 Rishi. Riyadh unfortunately drops down to P9, so he does get points, but very unfortunate for him. We have Sportmat in P10 just because of the penalties, because if he didn't, he would be a much higher up. So an eventful end to this race. Heartbreak, to say the least, for the Ferrari team. So Hooters takes top step, and the Mercs getting a double podium again, and the Mercs are, well, they are dominating the championship, aren't they? Constructors and driver championship, both 1 and 2. But Hooters was the best today, took the one stop, and it paid off. Wins the race. Great result for him. Won, of course, in Belgium, and now wins here in France. So he is now also a 2-time race winner this season. So here are the final standings. Hooters with the one stop pulls it off, takes P1. Rico Toxic takes P2. Norgay from P10 on the mediums, one stopping as well. Neuropart also on the one stop takes P4. P5 is for Irma. Sharif takes P6 on the one stop. Gatsby P7, Rishi P8. Riyadh, unfortunate, would have been the best driver on the field today, but low fuel, so P9. Sportmat P10, Razi takes P11, and Rocky takes P12. Hammers UK, Quina and Stewart did not finish the race. So that was it from me, guys. I hope to see you again in the next one, as we are going to Canada next week. So I hope to see you guys soon, and ciao.